This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. It's Conway Show. It's the Friday before the Kentucky Derby. That's a big deal. And we got a big deal on the freeways before we get to Alex Stone here. Man, what a chase today on that 210 freeway. Guy hits a dump truck painted orange. The most obvious car in the world, an orange dump truck. You can see it from 9 miles away through fog. And the guy hits it and kills himself. He's dead. He died. We all saw it. You know, a lot of us saw it live. A lot of us saw it on tape. And he's dead. Crozier, did you have to crawl through that traffic to get here?
I did not. I think I got lucky on that one.
Wow, man. Oh, man. You could have got mixed up on that. You use the 210, don't you?
I do. I think that might be north of me.
I think it's west of you. Isn't it where the 134 and the 210 all hook up? Angel, where is that? Is that 210 and the 134?
Yeah, it's in the La Crescenta, La Cunada area.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It's a little north of that. And it's on the 210 East, right at the 2. So like the
right, the 2. Oh, I get it. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
so it's not 134, it's the 2 north of that.
Right, so Crozier, that doesn't bother you.
No.
Right, yeah, all right, that's cool. All right, let's get to Alex Stone. We'll talk about that chase in a minute. But first, Alex Stone is here.
That thing was crazy.
Did you
it
get
was a
caught
crazy
up in
chase.
that thing?
No, but I went into our engineering office here where they've got like a 90-inch TV, and we were like, oh! And then when he hit that dump truck, it was like, like a string through cheese of the side of that car, just like peeling away the side of the
thing
car.
going on there, you know?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we knew immediately that wasn't good.
Somebody told me that they think his noggin came off.
That may be about right. There was what we thought, not to get too graphic, but what we thought was a tire skid mark, and it turned in when they zoomed in the chopper once they went off the air and we were watching the raw feed. It was a blood skid mark. So that was immediate. But they tried CPR. They tried a lot. Hey, I met some of your biggest fans today. They live in Arizona.
Is that right?
And they came by, Marilee and Paul Weiss, and they talked about you, and they love you.
That's really cool.
They used to live here in Southern California. They're the parents of an ABC News employee, and now
Who's
they
the
live out in
employee?
Arizona. Jen Watts.
Oh, I know Jen Watts.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You guys are best friends?
I know Jen.
Yeah,
tell
she's
Jen
great.
I said, hey. All right, they're from Arizona. Are they staying with you?
Not with me, but but yeah, they're staying in Burbank right now. Which,
all right.
I'll
treat them.
They said they thought of you when they booked their hotel in Burbank because they know you love Burbank. They did. We talked a lot about you.
I'll swing by.
We gave each other a ding dong.
Okay, that's great. All right, buddy. One more with this chase. You know, this whole chase started today. The guy stole.
It was a burglary or no, a stolen something? I don't know.
Yeah, I stole items from Target.
Oh.
And now he's stretched out all over the freeway.
That is the thing. You're either going to be, if you get involved with the CHP, you're going to be arrested or dead at the end of it.
It's a really dumb thing to do, but you know what? I'm rethinking this. I don't want to get down on this guy because you know what? What is he going to do, for the next 40 years of his life? He's just going to be stealing crap and, and harassing everybody. At least now everybody in high school knows how he went out,
Yeah.
I mean, he's sort of like a local hero, not a hero, but a local, I don't know, celebrity, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody.
How many people are calling? Did you hear what John did today?
Yeah. But he had to be like on social media. I'm sure he had friends, and now they're all sitting there going, "Wow, did you see this guy? I knew he'd end up like this." That kind of action. But man, and what is he going to do? He's going to live another 40 or 50 years, and he's not going to really do much. He's going to be stealing Targets, all Target stuff. So they'll close down.
He wouldn't
eventually.
be in jail or prison because it's California, and
Right, but it really, we get to see like the peak of dumb decisions on the air, and that was it. That's a wrap.
Definitely was.
And I feel bad for the parents. The parents have to now, bury this kid. I don't know how old he is. And they have to rethink every day. What did they do wrong? How did they go wrong? How did we, what did we do when he was a kid?
Yeah.
It's a mess.
A lot of people are impacted.
And then all the cops that have to see that.
They had to run up there, and they were doing CPR on him. There was
a guy bleed out in front of him like they're in the
blood all over the freeway.
Like they're in World War II. They didn't sign up for that. That's crazy. Oh, that's unbelievable. Hey, so air traffic controllers are all fired? Is that what's going on?
Well, a lot of them are walking off the job in Newark. So it's a real bear at Newark Liberty Airport this week, and that's United's big hub. So if you go LAX to New York, you're going to go into Newark. You're not going to go into JFK or LaGuardia if you go direct. And on Monday and Wednesday of this week, the air traffic control computers glitched out, and there have been air traffic control staffing problems and runway construction, and it all came together in a royal mess. Mm-hmm. And the average delay in Newark yesterday was about 5 hours, and if you got off the ground. Hundreds of flights were canceled, and this woman, she was trying to get out.
I fly all the time. I don't remember things being this bad.
And Newark is unique, Tim, because, there are the air traffic control staffing and equipment issues like everywhere, like we've seen at LAX and Burbank and everywhere. But in Newark, the controllers are really ticked off. They are mad that their jobs are being moved to Philadelphia. Not the ones in the tower where they got to see the planes moving around, but where they're just in a nondescript building doing arrivals and departures. Right. They could be in Africa. It doesn't matter. They're looking at screens. But they're being moved to Philly and training their replacements in Philly.
Where are they moving from?
From the New York area, somewhere in New York.
Right.
Yeah, they're not happy about it. So this week, after the two equipment glitches, they are now claiming that was a traumatic event where under their contracts, if they claim trauma, they get 45 days off to recover. So they are doing that. And today we just got a letter from United CEO saying over 20% of the FAA controllers in Newark have walked off the job, claiming that they're traumatized now.
Wow.
And that he says this is a long simmering FAA challenge that boiled over this week. United is having to deal with it, even though they didn't create it.
Yeah.
And they're now cutting 35 trips out of Newark because they can't get them off the ground because there aren't enough controllers. So it's a mess. Sean Duffy, the transportation secretary, he says overall this whole thing's a mess.
You're starting to see cracks in the system. It's our job, all of us working together, to not wait until there's a disaster.
So they want to hire more controllers.
By the way, did that guy decide to eat a stack of pancakes before he gave his statement? God almighty.
You mean he needs to perk up a little bit?
No, sounds like he had 9 pancakes in his mouth when he's talking.
Yeah, well, that's our real world guy who's running Transpo now. But they're doing incentives, $5,000 bonus for new trainees and graduates of the FAA Academy. Those who are going to retire, they'll get a benefit, a bonus if they don't retire. So it's a mess, but really in Newark more so than anywhere else.
There's a guy who works here at KFI, and he read the story, and he goes, "Hey, do you think they'd take me as an air traffic controller?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" And he said, "Well, do they drug test?" I'm like, "Oh, buddy, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you're not the guy."
Man, I hope they drug test if they're running my flights. You know who they use a lot? I think we've talked about this, though, that they now love to bring into the FAA Academy is tough. You think of the FBI Academy and LAPD. The FAA one is actually really extensive, and it takes a long time to get through. But they like video game players because kids are used to sitting there in front of the screen and being strategic about moving things around. And so those are the the cadets that they like, those who are really into playing video games.
Yeah, but then when a plane goes down, they'll play that sound effect. That
Duck Hunt.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where we're going in this world. A guy rips off Target and is spread out all over the freeway. Air traffic controllers quitting because there's a clause in their contract where they get 45 days off for a traumatic act, which is just a computer shutting down, which may have been their doing, by the way. Has anyone looked into that?
And it was relatively brief, and maybe for the person who was on the scope in that moment, and they can claim. But now all those who were on duty are claiming it. It's going to. The problem is 45 days. We're going to be getting into summer travel, and so
it's a lot.
United's waving the white flag and saying we're cutting flights. We can't do it.
Oh, that's the worst, man. I tell you, I don't know what's going on with this world. Nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
There's still people fighting,
but I don't want to work.
There are people fighting in iHeart to not come back to work 5 years after COVID.
Wow. And the state employees who are still mostly remote, but Newsom's ordering that they come back now.
Yeah, I get it. Working sucks. Buddy, I appreciate you coming on. Who you like in the Derby? You going to watch?
Isn't there a horse named Journalism?
Yes.
Let's go with Journalism. Is Journalism going to win? Is it any good?
Put $2 to win on it, and you get $2.20 back. What's the thrill,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Is there one called Fake News? Journalism and Fake News competing?
No, there's one going off tomorrow called Lunchtime. Goes off 12 to 1.
Oh, I get it.
Yes. Old joke.
Took me a moment. Sorry.
Ding dong with you, buddy. All right, thanks for coming on, man.
You're the best.
Right,
have a great weekend.
Thanks. Alex Stone with ABC News. Ding dong with that guy. Ding dong. I explained that joke to a guy at the track 3 times, then I just walked away from him. I said, yes, a horse going off lunchtime, 12 to 1. He goes, I don't see it. Is it in the program? Is it going to Golden Gate? I said, no, it's a joke. He goes, what's the joke? I said, lunchtime. It's going off 12 to 1. He goes, so those are the odds? I'm like, I got to get out of here. I got to split from this guy. This guy's not getting anything. All right, we're live on KFI. When we come back, we'll talk more about that crash on the 210 freeway. It was radical. Radical. This guy was doing 100 miles an hour, and he slammed in the back of a truck that didn't move an inch when he hit it with this SUV or van when he was driving. And he got wiped out, and we all saw it on TV. Very rarely do you see a kid, I don't know how old this guy is. It's a young man's game now, ripping off Target and running from the cops. You don't see a lot of 7-year-old guys doing that. But we saw this guy get wiped out. Today was his last day on Earth because of dumb decisions. Bad decisions, man. Really bad.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
Before we get into cash, if you drove by that accident on the 210 and you saw it, tell us what happened. These networks are blurring this thing out, and so we can't tell what happened to this guy. But I know a lot of you drove by it. I know a lot of you looked at it. We got a big audience in that area. So phone us up here and tell us what you saw. You'll be our KF eyes. Get it? 1-800-520-1534. There's our phone number. 1-800-520-1534. And we'll open up those phones and see if somebody saw it. Did he bleed out? I know. Did he bleed out? Was it radical? What did you see? Did you get a picture of that?
When I saw the video of it, I was like, is that a body part? Oh, my God.
I know. When he was, I thought the head popped off there.
Arms, legs, something was flailing. I was like,
boom. All right, we have $1,000 that we can give away. Here's how you do it.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. That's WIN, W-I-N. Enter it now at KFIAM640.com/cash. Powered by Sweet James Accident Attorneys. If you're hurt in an accident, winning is everything. Call the winning attorneys at Sweet James. 1-800-9-MILLION. That's 1-800-9-MILLION or sweetjames.com.
Keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go to KFIAM640.com/cash. Keyword is win.
Win.
As in winning. And you could win $1,000. There you go.
Hey, we're getting reports right now. They're pretty sketchy right now. The reports of a shooting at a mall in South Carolina. Initial reports said multiple people have been injured at a mall in Spartanburg in South Carolina. We'll give you more info as it comes in.
All right, man. Never stops. World's getting nutty. World's getting crazy. All right, that accident happened a little earlier. I want to say 10:30, 11-ish.
Sounds right.
Yeah, somewhere around there. And it was a pursuit. Guy ripped off a bunch of stuff from Target. I don't like that. I like Target. I like when it gets ripped off. I take that personally. And then the Highway Patrol gave pursuit, and bang, he hit a dump truck.
This is where it all came to in the end. We're right on a Freeway overpass over the 210 East at Ocean View, and you've got a pretty clear view of what is still snaggling and snarling traffic here, and is shutting down part of the freeway. On the right-hand side, you see police investigators focused around a dark-colored SUV. Just on the other side of the SUV,
what was the SUV? Was that his SUV, or was that stolen too? Is it a whole day of everybody else's equipment except his?
SUV, the man who was driving it, who died here out on the freeway, he was at the center of that high-speed chase. And
it's got to be horrible for the family. You know, the family of this guy. Was he a dad? Was he a brother? Obviously, he was a son. Did he know his parents or his parents in his life? Did his parents watch? Were his parents like watching live when this happened? That's possible.
An orange dump truck just beyond it. That truck also involved in this crash. And then over on the left-hand side, we can see traffic has opened up only slightly, though, down to one lane of traffic as it's moving through the 210 East, heading towards Pasadena. Now, we want to show you some of the images that from this chase, but we do want to warn you that they are jarring. That driver at times going over 100 miles an hour. Wow. This began around 10 o'clock in Ventura County, and according to the Ventura County Sheriff's Department, they were called out to a suspected grand theft at a Target in Camarillo, and when they tried to stop the SUV, they say the driver took off, launching a cross-county pursuit.
Man, you got to steal a lot of stuff from Target to get the grand theft nod. You know, $950. You got to have at least a cart full of stuff, and maybe two carts, because they have a lot of stuff locked up. I think even in Camarillo.
The driver going from the 118 eventually to the 210 freeway before sideswiping the dump truck.
Where was he going here?
The driver going from the 118 eventually to the 210 freeway before sideswiping the dump truck we pointed out earlier. And that's where we began blurring the video.
Yeah, I don't like the blurring of the video. I like to see the whole thing. The blurring is for losers. And I'm not a loser. I want to see the full deal. Angel, can you tell everybody where this is? There's 900 different locations where everyone thinks this is.
Sure. This is on the eastbound side of the 210 coming out of La Crescenta right at the 2.
Before the 2?
Yes, okay. Just before the 2. It has the 2 connectors off limits and everything. They stopped right on the right lane of that 2 connector before it splits from the 210.
Okay, so to get around, you would take the 5 to the 134 and then hook up again with the 210.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that, so it's going to be busy. You've got to back up out of Sun Valley from Sunland Boulevard on 5 South.
That's a nut.
And that's where we began blurring the video, because the SUV continues a short distance further before coming to a stop with a portion of the driver's side of that SUV hanging off.
I didn't like that.
SUV hanging off.
Yeah, something was hanging out of that car.
A witness who asked not to be identified started observing the chase when it was on the 118.
Honda CRV flew by me at about 100, maybe 100.
Oh, that was a Honda CRV? That's strange. That's a very safe car.
10 miles per hour. He was driving.
I guess when you're going 110, you slam into a dump truck.
That's relative.
I don't think they rate it for that.
You're slamming into a dump truck.
Tim, can we go to ABC 7
Sure.
real quick?
Shooting?
This is the barricaded suspect in
Inglewood. All right.
Inside the actual layout of the building, still very much unclear, but they are treating this as an active shooter with multiple patients inside of the building. There are more and more black and whites, again, from Inglewood PD and other agencies arriving as we speak here. It's all happening, again, right along Aviation Boulevard. They are in the process of setting up a command post. We've seen a lot of movement around this entire area. We are very, very close to LAX property here. Lots of hotels down there. This is in a more industrial part of Aviation Boulevard, but there's a whole lot of activity in this general area, including some of the rental car buses trying to make their way through here and other activities. So they have this entire section of Aviation Boulevard now shut down as they try and figure out what their next move is going to be here with a barricaded suspect who apparently is armed and dangerous inside of this area. Apparently, Spartan College is the best locator we have right now.
Chris, thank you. And our Ashley Mackey is on the way to the scene. She's very close. As soon as she gets there, she will bring you a live report from the ground.
Chris, any idea if this is affecting traffic to and from the airport? It is a Friday evening. A lot of people are traveling right now.
It is not. For the most part, this is not a heavily trafficked area for airport traffic per se, but the area just south of here is a major throughway for some of the rental car buses and some of the access between the rental car garage and the terminal. So that's all happening just south of here on the periphery of where this is all taking place. Most of the LAX traffic, as you know, is coming down either Sepulveda or the 405, but you can see traffic here on Aviation Boulevard is shut down. This particular stretch here is mostly just an industrial area, lots of warehouses in this area and the like. They are shutting down again.
Okay. All right, so I'll tell you where this is. This is west of the 405, south of Manchester, and north of Century. So it's in that box, Manchester, 405, Century, and Sepulveda.
It looked like they're focusing on, like they said, that Spartan College of Aeronautics and Technology, which is where they train people in airframe and power plant technology.
Yeah, that Spartan College has a bunch of campuses. That's the Inglewood campus. So lots going on, man. Friday, we thought we'd get a break. Never in L.A., never. We're live on KFI. We'll keep an eye on that. There's a lot more cops coming in for this thing in Inglewood. We're live on KFI. We'll keep an eye on that. And when the 210 finally opens up, we'll tell you about that as well.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
We all know that owning a small business means you wear many hats, but sometimes you really need an extra pair of hands. Upwork is how good companies find great and trusted freelance talent. With more than 2 decades of experience, with the simple and ambitious goal of pioneering a better way of working, companies at every stage turn to Upwork to get things done and find more flexibility in staffing key projects and initiatives. They access a global marketplace filled with top talent in IT, web dev, marketing, and more. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. With no cost to join, you can register, browse freelancer profiles, and get help drafting a job post or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them and take your business to the next level. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with top talent ready to help your business grow. That's UPWORK.com. Upwork.com.
We're on this shooting in Spartan College, right in Inglewood.
Spartan College.
Spartan College. Sorry about that. Spartan College. Why was I thinking Spartanburg? Oh, there was a shooting in Spartanburg. I got that mixed up. But this is Spartan College in Inglewood. If you're a geography master out there, like you should be, it is basically west of the 405, south of Manchester, east of Sepulveda, and north of Century. If you could, hopefully you got all that. And so it's right near the airport. I'll tell you that. Let's go on Channel 7 here. I think Chris Christie's flying overhead.
Here at Spartan College in Inglewood. We do have confirmation there are a couple of people that have at least been hurt, possibly shot, maybe 2, maybe 3. There's a gunman holed up inside, possibly at least 1. And I think the concern now is to make sure it is just 1. So that's why they're being meticulous and carefully going through everything. And Chris, you had mentioned, though, that paramedics made way into the building. They heard gunfire and had to basically retreat out, and thus the active shooter situation. Is that correct?
That's correct. That is the information coming from my sources at LA County Sheriff's Department. And you can see now basically the fire department basically held up in that parking lot adjacent to the campus, being held back until the situation is deemed safe for them to re-enter the building. But obviously had to be very scary moments for those fire rescue personnel who made their way into the building after the initial call came through to hear that gunfire.
Wow.
And then have to evacuate the building, prompting this major response from Inglewood PD and all of those surrounding agencies.
Must be 100
what
cops
are we
there.
Looking at right here,
easily.
Chris, it looked to me, it's very hard to see because it's dark, that they were possibly escorting someone out. No, am I not seeing that correctly?
I have not seen anything like that, but they are. They're just kind of surrounding the building. They're taking up position around multiple buildings here. This campus, again, not a big campus, but there are a handful of buildings. In addition to that main building on Aviation, there are some buildings in the rear here, and they are basically looking for all the exits, all the entrances, surrounding the building, and making sure that they have the situation contained before the fire department gets back in. That they really have to lock this whole property down before they can attend to those victims that are reported inside the building, and obviously make sure that they have the SWAT team on standby surrounding the area once they isolate the location and the whereabouts of that shooter who is believed to be barricaded in that building. Again, early reports 2 to 3 patients, whether that includes the gunman or whether it's 2 patients or 3 patients plus a gunman, we just don't really know. That's all very, very fluid information. But as you can tell here, just in the few minutes that we've been on the air here, we continue to see more and more officers on foot basically flood this entire campus, making sure that this threat is minimized.
Yeah, and it's not the largest of campuses, but there's still a lot of ground to cover, a lot of cars parked in that area, several buildings, and we're seeing dozens and dozens of officers, a heavy police presence, as we're seeing from Air 7, and as Ashley Mackey reported, Inglewood PD is on the ground, County Fire is on the ground. Chris, you were mentioning Manhattan Beach. PD is also there.
Hey, Tim.
Hawthorne PD.
We need to clarify some stuff here because there's a lot of stuff going on involving Spartan. We've got this issue that we're talking about with a barricaded suspect here in the Southland at Spartan College there.
Right.
We've also got one that we mentioned earlier a little bit ago that we're getting a little bit more details on, but very little more, in South Carolina in Spartanburg, where multiple people may be injured following a shooting. No word on how many people there have been hurt. That's at a mall, apparently, that happened this afternoon in South Carolina. And no word on whether or not that shooter is in custody. And then the other one that you brought up during the break there was just like one person was killed in Spartanburg 2 days ago at an apartment complex.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
That guy was arrested and he's facing charges. But that was 2 days ago in Spartanburg. This mall shooting in Spartanburg tonight in South Carolina, and then this third thing, this Spartan College here in the Southland. So just to clarify.
Yeah, it all seems to have happened, the last couple of days, but 2 in less than 15 minutes. That we got, with Spartan and Spartanburg. But, man, if you got kids or a kid that goes to that college, you're sitting on the edge of your seat right now or probably speeding towards this college because that's every parent's nightmare, that a gunman is in your kid's college. Whether it's, Spartan College, USC, UCLA, Northridge, Harvard, Yale, whatever it is, high school. That's the biggest nightmare that parents have. And they drop everything and they beeline it to the campus. And that's what you're seeing, too. They're holding a lot of parents, it looks like, in a reserved lot that's next to that campus. And there's a lot of shuttles there as well. I don't know if that's for rent-a-cars there. I think that is. There's a rental car business right across the street. And so if you're renting a car...
It's like an Enterprise.
Yeah. Is it Enterprise?
What it looks like. Yeah. National. It's a few of them there.
Okay. So if you're renting a car, you're flying into town. It's Friday. It's the end of the week. You're going to get home or, rent a car and go to your hotel. Now you're going to be waiting for another couple hours because they're not going to let anybody in there. You can't get in there and rent a car right now. It's literally across the street from where they're looking for this gunman. So we're going to keep on top of this. We'll come back with more information. But it's a building that's very near the airport, right off the 405, Manchester, Airport Boulevard, and Arbor Vista. That's a more condensed version of where it is.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
There's a shooting, a possible active shooter near a college in Inglewood, Spartan College, off the 405 freeway. What's going on Channel 7 here?
In Air 7 was showing officers walking through
100 cops there, at least.
They seemed very casual.
Right.
No one had their their weapons drawn. What do you make of that?
Yeah, what Chris Christie was showing from Air 7 HD is just that. It seems that the posture of the incident has changed, meaning they will start to release some more emergency personnel as they learn more information and determine that it is just a barricade. And I don't mean to minimize that. It's a barricade of one suspect with no other additional suspects out there.
Okay, we're getting a little bit more information from our desk. They say that according to the fire department that the suspect search continues, and this might work hand in hand with what Chris is hearing as well. Some concern that the suspect may have gotten out of the perimeter and gotten away, but we just don't know. It's tough to get these details right now. Here's a map we're showing you overhead of the area.
It looks like they're letting some cops go, which is a good sign. And it looks like they're pretty casual, so they know that either he's dead, they have arrested him, which I don't think has happened, or he got away. But
they're at least they know for sure that there's only one person,
right?
So they don't need all of them.
Yeah, I don't need 900 guys there. But it's wild day, Usually Fridays are pretty mellow. We had a radical chase that we all saw on the 210 freeway, right near the East 210 freeway, right before the 2 freeway. La Cañada, Flint Ridge area. And that guy died. That's not good. And then on the heels of that, a shooting at the Inglewood campus of Spartan College. Not heard of it. and they're using campus pretty liberally here. If you don't mind me observing.
Buildings.
Yeah, it's a brick building with some windows.
It's weird to see right on the other side of the street there, like that. I think it's Aviation Way there, to see those the car rental return lot just going on as normal. Cars pull it in.
That's crazy.
Bringing their cars back at
I guess they shut that down for a while and then said they opened it back up, and you could see now. I mean, literally, there is a caravan of cop cars leaving.
Yeah.
Going on to do something else.
Yeah, at least 5, 6. Yeah.
So I think this guy. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Spartan College is a college of aeronautics and technology.
All right, Angel. Ding dong with you, baby. Have you been there?
All the time.
All right, Angel. There's not a big enough pension at Spartan for you. You know, I mean, you got to get to the coast. You know what I mean?
You need to aim higher.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not getting down on the guys going to Spartan, but they're young, they're broke. You know, they're just getting their feet wet in business. You want some guy who's got his own, business. But Spartan College is right there off the 405 freeway, right near Normandy, Century, and Sepulveda. It's in that sort of box that we all fly through, trying to figure out the quickest way to get to LAX, and we never really do.
Right.
Everybody flies through that box.
Thinks it's that back way that everybody knows.
The curved street that tries to get there, and then it dead ends. You got to turn around.
Son of a...
Yeah, right.
Yep, every time.
And it's also the exit you get off when you used to go to a Kings or Laker game at the Forum. You get off at Manchester and squirrel your way back, the back way to get there. Oh, yeah. And now the cops are all leaving.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
En masse now.
Yeah, I don't know whether they found him and he's not with us anymore, or he's not there anymore, or this was a swatting thing. That's possible. But they say there's 3 people injured, so that doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, I think the mayor even said that at least a couple people were hurt.
Yeah. But, they also may have been hurt running away. Spartan College probably has a lot of equipment in there that also sounds like gunshots when they're using it. So that could be the new guy.
Bangs and booms.
Yeah, the new guy shows up. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, my God, we're being shot. It's a guy hole punching some metal in the bag.
Freshman.
Yeah, get this guy out of here. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on that, but that's no longer a huge story. We thought it was going to be massive amounts of death and carnage, and Culver City cops showed up for mutual aid. Now they're taking off. I know there's Inglewood cops there, LAPD's there, the sheriff is there. There had to literally be 100 cops there. Yeah. And there were 3 or 4 ambulances that showed up. They're all waiting for people to be dragged out of this building, and now everybody's just walking around casually. But they are putting up police tape, which leads me to believe that somebody may have killed themselves after this thing. Or maybe they got the guy that did this. Because if they're setting up police tape, something happened in there. Something happened in there. Somebody's down. Something's going on in that building. That's my experience with the police tape.
Yeah, the way they're leaving, it sure looks like something was resolved or understood anyways.
So I think the guy may have shot himself or somebody shot him. But with all that police tape, we saw it in Riverside when that police officer was shot at that oil change place. And when you see that yellow tape going up, it's always somebody's no longer with us. So we've got that going on in Inglewood. The accident that happened up on the 210 freeway near the 2 freeway. We've got a lot going on. We're live on KFI AM 640. It's Conway Show on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabe's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.